YouTube, what's good? Welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Today I have for you the top 5 class setups you should be using in Warzone right now. With Season 3 out now, we've had some nerfs and buffs to quite a few weapons, so today I'm going to be giving you guys the best class setups for everyone. With this top 5, I'm not ranking them from worst to best. They're all equally the same and they all play different, so keep that in mind when we're going through it. And these class setups are going to be for all different types of players. If you like to run and gun, I got a class setup for that. If you like to snipe, I got a class setup for that. So definitely stick around for the whole video so you can see them all. If you guys do go on to enjoy today's video or find it useful, definitely drop a like down below and subscribe to see some more Warzone content just like this. So with all that being said, let's get right into this top 5. So starting us off in our number 1 spot, that would have to be the M16 and the Mac10. This is your basic AR and SMG class setup that's definitely still good in Season 3. So here's the class setup you're going to want to use. For the M16, you're going to want to rock with the agency suppressor, the 15.9 strike team barrel, the arms 3x optic, the field agent foregrip, and finally the 60 round fast mag. Now for the Mac class, you're going to want to use the agency suppressor, the 5.9 task force barrel, the SAS combat stock, the 53 round drum mag, and finally the airborne elastic wrap. For perks, you're going to want to use double time, clearly you're going to need overkill, and then for the final one, you definitely want to use amped. As you guys can see from these clips, these guns are perfect for running and gunning because they're both very quick and mobile and they kill very quickly. Even after the fact that these guns were nerfed coming into Season 3, they both are still insane and I definitely recommend you give them a go. And you will definitely not regret it at all. So moving right on to our number 2 spot, this would be the AMAX and the Bullfrog. So this is another go-to AR and SMG class setup now. So what you guys are going to want to rock with for this class setup, the monolithic suppressor, the XRK Zodiac barrel, the 3x VLK optic, the commando foregrip, and finally the 45 round mag. Now moving on to the Bullfrog class setup, you're going to want to use the GRU suppressor, the 7.4 task force barrel, the Ember sighting point, the Spetsnaz grip, and finally the 85 round fast mag. For the perks, we're rocking with double time, overkill, and amped. I'm using a throwing knife, but you can use a Semtex, and finally I'm always rocking with the heartbeat sensor. With this class setup, this AMAX barely has any recoil and kills very quickly, and this Bullfrog class setup definitely gets the job done from close and even long range. This is a big advantage over other SMGs. So moving on to number 3, this is going to be the sniper class. You definitely want something that's good up close, so that's why I have the FFAR on this class. You're going to want to rock with the agency suppressor, the 19.5 reinforced heavy barrel, the field agent grip, the 50 round fast mag, and finally the drop shot wrap. After all the nerfs, this thing is still very good, so that's why I have it on this loadout. For our Car 98 setup, we want to rock with the monolithic suppressor, the custom 27.6 barrel, the tack laser, the sniper scope, and finally the stippled grip tape. For our perks, we got double time, overkill, and amped, and finally we have a Semtex and then also the heartbeat sensor. As you guys can see from these clips, this FFAR definitely still has it, and it probably will end up getting another nerf after the 3 it's already gotten. Now as you guys know, with the car, as long as you have the right attachments on, it's a one shot to the head. Moving on to our number 4 class, this will be the Kilo and the Psychove pistols. Now this class setup is for the player that likes taking ghosts right off the rip. This class setup is also perfect for when you come right back from the gulag and get your loadout because we're running fully loaded, which means you'll have full ammo in your gun. So what you're going to want to use is the monolithic suppressor, the ARMS 19.8 barrel, the hollow sight, but you can also get away with the VLK if you prefer that, the 60 round mag, and finally for our perk, as I said before, we're running fully loaded. Now for the Psychove pistols class setup. I know these things were nerfed right before Season 3, but they are still definitely pretty good when you have them akimbo up close, so that's what we're going to be using for this loadout. So what you're going to want to use on them: the monolithic suppressor, the 140mm auto barrel, the tack laser, the 80 round drum mag, and finally for our perk, we're going to be using the akimbo. For our perks, we're using double time, ghost, and amped. You guys can definitely use a thermite like I am, or you can use a Semtex, and finally the heartbeat sensor. As you guys can see from these clips, this Kilo is really a beam and it gets the job done from long range with ease. It's definitely nice to have a good Modern Warfare weapon because those are the only weapons that can have the perk fully loaded. So now moving on to the number 5 spot, which is the M16 and the Farah. This M16 has slightly different attachments, so it's better for long range gunfights. So what you guys are going to want to use on it: the agency suppressor for the muzzle, the 20.5 task force barrel, the ARMS 3x optic, the field agent foregrip, and finally the 60 round fast mag. Now for our Farah class setup, we're using the GRU suppressor, the 18.1 takedown barrel, the Spetsnaz grip, the Spetsnaz 50 round mag, and finally the drop shot wrap. For our perks, we're running double time, overkill, and amped. I'm using the throwing knife. As I said before, you can use a Semtex, and finally for the tactical, the heartbeat sensor. As you guys can see from these clips, this Farrah class setup absolutely destroys any opponent up close, and this thing is crazy in the beginning of Season 3 now. So these were the top 5 class setups that I believe that you guys should definitely be using in Warzone right now in the beginning of Season 3. With the meta up in the air right now and nobody really knows what it is, these are some of the potential classes that can definitely become it. I would expect some of these guns to be nerfed in the near future, so I definitely recommend you guys take advantage of these class setups now. If you guys did go on to enjoy today's video or found it useful with these class setups, definitely drop a like down below and subscribe for more content just like this. Also, let me know down in the comments below if you guys do go on to use any of these loadouts and how you did with them in the game when you used them. With all that, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Definitely give these loadouts a try, you won't regret it.